Alright, I have like 10 reviews that are waiting to be done. And then I saw Nightcrawler last night. I gotta talk about this. Today on a Bear Movie Guy talks about Nightcrawler. No, not the one from the X-Men. Like the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's gonna be awesome. Let's see what I have to say. Brought to you by the Bear Movie Guy. Hi, the Bear Movie Guy, and today we're talking about Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is a 2014 movie directed by Dan Gilroy, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Rene Russo, and Bill Paxton. Now, I'd heard a lot of stuff about Nightcrawler and how awesome it was and how great Jake Gyllenhaal was, and I didn't get to see it in the theater because I broke and I have kids and a life, and so my library had it yesterday, and I was like, yeah! So I watched it. Man, is this a good film. If you don't know what Nightcrawler is about, let me tell you what it's about. Nightcrawler is about a guy named Lou, or Louis, as he likes to be called, but he ends up being called Lou anyways. He lives in Los Angeles, and he's just desperate to find a job. He keeps on doing things like steal scrap metal and selling it to people, and stealing bikes, and whatever he can do to find money, he basically does. But he's a really hard worker, so it's kind of a weird thing. He just really wants a job. And one night, he sees an accident. He pulls over, sees what's happening, all of a sudden a news crew shows up. Or he thinks it's a news crew, but really it's just two guys with cameras. And they sell the footage of the accident to a news station. This makes him really intrigued. He's like, what the heck? And he's like, does this job pay well? Can I do this job? Next thing he knows, he gets a police scanner and a camera and just goes out and starts filming. Now, because he's new, he doesn't care about any rules that the normal cameraman set up, so he gets right into the action. There's an accident, he goes right up to the person who's on the ground, bloody, with paramedics working on them, and films it. He takes that to a local news station, makes contacts with the news producer, sells it for $300, and she says, bring me more. So Louis is a really ambitious, smart guy, and so he just starts learning everything he possibly can about taking video of terrible things. He learns about all the techniques, he learns about all the lingo, he writes down all the police codes and knows them by heart. And then he employs another guy by pretending he's a really professional news service. And then he just slowly starts to get better and better and better at doing this. But then the problem happens that his competition gets 2 trucks instead of 1, and so he actually decides, why don't I help make news? And he kind of goes out of his way to make sure he's there for the filming of an accident. Let's put it that way. The more this movie goes, the darker and darker Louis starts to get. Nightcrawler is freaking amazing. The way this movie looks, most of it's shot at night in LA. There's a lot of shots inside of cars that actually work really, really well. One of the things he does is once he gets some money, he gets a better car.
Oh, yeah.
And man, is that car awesome, because he decks it out with police gear and computers and just everything he's going to need to know where he needs to go. Jake Gyllenhaal is just insane in this role. The fact that he didn't get nominated for Best Actor this year basically just shows that the Academy has no clue what they're doing. I'm not saying he had to win, but at least nominate the man. He plays such a complex character that has so many quirks and is so kind of, I don't know, it's really hard to describe Louis. Louis doesn't take care of himself. He eats like crap and he gets thinner and he doesn't sleep much. And to prepare for the role, Jake Gyllenhaal basically just started doing those things. He lost like 25 pounds during filming. Jake Gyllenhaal is not a big guy as it is. His performance is totally awesome. There's so many little nuances and just so many little pauses that he takes, and then he says stuff that you're just like, can't believe you just said that. And he does some stuff that you're like, I can't believe you just did that. He's kind of a despicable character, but also a character that's so freaking, what's a good word here? What's the word? I don't know what the word I want to say is here. He's so compelling, Larry. He's such an interesting and compelling character that you really can't take your eyes off him. Well, mainly because you're watching the film also, and, if you look away, you're not watching the film anymore. But that doesn't matter. I mean, you have to look at him and you want to know what he's going to do next. And man, what he does next is freaking amazing every time. Not in a good way, but it's amazing nonetheless. Rene Russo plays the news director that he keeps on coming to and getting in relationship with, we'll say. She does a great job in this. She totally plays the haggard news director who hasn't been able to be successful and is at a lower rating show, and she sees that this guy could be a gold mine, but at the same time, he knows that he's a gold mine, and so he's not going to just give up everything for free. He wants a lot of stuff, including her. Bill Paxton does a great job playing a rival Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is the term they use for these people that go out and take video of stuff that happens at night, and then sell it to the news people for the 6 a.m. This story is smart, it's compelling, it looks great. There's some amazing car work, there's some amazing camera work, and it shows what some people will do just to get ahead in life and keep on going to that next level. Nightcrawler is one of those movies that everyone should see if they love movies. It's not going to be for everyone, but if you love movies, you should see this movie. It should be nominated for Best Picture, Director, and Actor. Nothing. Nothing. It goes without saying that this is a fully bearded movie. I have to give it 5 beards out of 5. There is no question. Nightcrawler is a movie that I want to watch again and again and again. And Jake Gyllenhaal needs to start getting some respect, people. The man can act. Prisoners, and now this, and then there's Enemy. The guy just keeps on getting better. So have you seen Nightcrawler? What did you think of Nightcrawler? Are you going to watch Nightcrawler? And what's your favorite Jake Gyllenhaal film? I gotta be honest, I think this is it for me. Thanks for watching. I do the Tumblr and Twitter stuff. If you want to follow, there's links below to that. I do written reviews and post updates and general randomness about my life. And as always, YouTube safely. You've been watching the Bear Movie Guy. Nightcrawler was insane. That was just a great movie. You need to see it. I need to see it again. I gotta watch it. I'm gonna leave now. Bye-bye. Oh, and YouTube safely. Thanks for watching. I do the Tumblr and Twitter stuff. If you want to apply, if you apply to that, what are you saying?